Just flipped off by a silver-haired old lady with a honk if you love Jesus sticker on the bumper of her car.
Pagitt Radio, 1050, 10 minutes before 11 here on March 7th, 2010. Sunday morning conversation, your Sunday morning indulgence. I have a segment at the end of each first hour called Cripes. Come on, you got to be kidding me. Time we're reminded that things in the world are not the way we want them. We finish out the whole program at the end of the second hour with the right on, where someone's doing things the way they're supposed to be. And we're reminded all the time that we live in a world where we have choices to make. Do we want a world that's simply made up of things that we don't like, that aren't the way they're supposed to be, or do we want to make the kind of world that we want to live in? We can make a choice to live between the Cripes that come on, you got to be kidding me, and move on to the right on. But for a little while, you got to pay attention to the Cripes that come on, and then you got to be kidding me. Now, Grover, tell me what you got. Grover's been beaming. He's got a new way of viewing the world. This show has just expanded his horizons. Now he does things, sees things, experiences things, and thinks, hey, maybe that fits somewhere into the Cripes that come on. You got to be kidding me. Yeah, so you had one from your marriage training classes, huh?
We did.
Marriage training classes. That's cute in its own right.
It is, but they bring up some good situational issues, which is good.
Yeah, very good. Very good.
I'm not of the Catholic faith, but I know not to answer this upcoming question the way this person did.
Okay.
Now, the question was posed out to the entire group.
And how many people are in the group?
I don't know, maybe a dozen. 16, something like that.
Okay.
So the question is posed out to the group, when does marriage end?
Yeah.
When does it end? And I knew this was not the answer. The one answer that comes from the group is divorce.
Yeah.
He says divorce. That's his answer. It ends in divorce. You don't want it to, but it does.
Yes.
I put my face in my hands and says, come on. I looked at Jesse and I go, he's going to be in trouble in the car.
Did the facilitator of the class have a better suggestion?
Oh, yeah.
Because in Catholic theology, it might be never, right?
Yeah. Well, in death it ends.
In death.
That's right.
In death, yeah. Yeah, not any time you're alive. There ain't no way out of it. Death is the only way.
Also locked my keys in the car in Minneapolis at a meter.
You did?
Past week. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Looking for change? Don't need to worry about those keys in the ignition. Nah. Jump on out, lock the doors, make sure you get that change in the meter.
You know what trick I found to prevent that from ever happening, having let out a number of Cripes, come on, you got to be kidding me, as myself, is if you have one of those cars where we have the remote lock. Do you have one of those?
I don't.
See, that's the trick. You got to have that, because then you just say, I never use the inside lock. I only lock it with that thing, and then I've always got my key in my hand.
I just went out and had 2 extra door keys made.
And you're storing one under your car, aren't you?
I am.
Yeah. Are you carrying it in your wallet? No, you stick it underneath there.
No, I put it right in the gas door, actually. Yeah. So if you ever see me and you need a Buick, go ahead. Keys in the door.
Go ahead and pick it up. Well, that's a good one. I've got a Cripes to come on, and you got to be kidding me myself. Here's the Cripes. Headline in the newspaper today. Tax shelters, more important than ever. Goes on to read, in good times and bad, sheltering your investments lets you keep more of your money away from the IRS. Cripes. We're living in a time of like the lowest revenues for our collective good through the state, county, and federal governments. And these people are so tone deaf. Like we're cutting funding of Hennepin County Medical Center. And these guys are saying,
keep your grimy fingers off my change.
Hey, here's a good idea. Shelter more of your money. Now, look, you shouldn't overpay. We're all going to do things to make sure that we pay our fair share. But this kind of headline, tax shelters more important than ever, that seems to me to be saying, don't pay your fair share. Keep more of your money from the IRS than ever.
Stuff it in your mattress.
It's more important now than ever. I'm like... Could this is in the Minnesota investor section of the Star Tribune newspaper that's hand delivered to my door every day? Right in back of the the Wall Street Journal contributions and articles about the recession. And then these guys are like, you know what's more important than ever? Hide more of your money so that you don't pay it in taxes. Do these investor people, will they ever get it? Will they ever get it?
When they don't have any money to hide, they'll get it.
Oh, Cripes. I mean, it's just, How about an article at some point that's like, hey, tax time is coming. How about if everybody considers their fair share? Now, look, I understand that millionaires can pay a whole lot more money in total dollars and in percentage than the rest of us. But it just doesn't seem like on March 7th of 2010, you should be saying, here's some good advice with an entire page, full-on page, how to hide more of your money from the IRS. When times are tough, it's too easy to put tax management issues on the back burner. Sheltering your investment profits from taxes might seem like a remote concern when your accounts are in red ink, and you might feel that you have more pressing demands on your cash flow. But tax shelters, especially in retirement plans and individual retirement accounts, aren't merely as important as they used to be. They're more important. Everyone for themselves. Do what you can, hide it while you got it, and don't give it to anyone. To the people for whom we're encouraged by that article today, and to Brent Aarons, who wrote it, like Pagitt Radio, Cripes. Come on. You know who the come on goes to? Well, of course it goes to the Oscars, because I just don't get the Oscars. What other, I mean, this isn't even the real one. This is just on my mind. What other industry does like their industry awards as an entertainment show? People sitting around like, who do you think's going to win the score? The best score of the year? Who do you think's going to win the best lighting? Who's going to win the best cinematography? Oh my gosh.
How about Danny Elfman, since he does like 75% of the movies?
Tell me about it. Like, it's all held by a small group. Even Avatar is going to win, or maybe Hurt Locker, so maybe the husband or the wife. Like, it's a tiny little group of people.
Come on, Hurt Locker's not going to win. They were already pandering to the judges, so they're automatically out.
But here gets the real one. Caribou Coffee. Caribou Coffee gets to come on, because you know what they launched this week? Their big marketing campaign. Their big change in the cups, change in the color of the lids. Their profits are down, so what they figured they should do is they should redesign their cups with little quaint phrases on them.
Like
the come on goes out. You know who the come on goes out to? The come on goes out to all the people who think that if your product's not doing well, you should change the marketing. It tends not to be a marketing problem. It tends to be a product problem. Come on. Don't fool us. And then you got to be kidding me. It goes out to Emily Noble. She's a chef and cooking instructor at Mississippi Market in St. Paul. I know I'm going to be in trouble with all the foodies, but the foodies, you know what she says? You can get your kids to enjoy vegetables. If you put some Swiss chard into the pasta, they might pick around the vegetables for a little while, but eventually they'll try it and like it. No, they won't. It's true that the palates of young children can be more sensitive to the bitter taste of vegetables such as broccoli, but parents should be persistent because those palates will change as the kids get older. Noble suggests lightly stir-frying broccoli with onions and garlic and a little oil to get the kids to enjoy it. She goes on to say it's all about making dietary commitment to change a habit. Maybe it's introducing one new vegetable every day for a month. Kids take clues from their parents when it comes to food changes, so you could have a positive effect on the whole family. You gotta be kidding me. You're not gonna get kids to eat Swiss chard in their macaroni and cheese. Tax shelters, cripes, marketing. Come on. Getting kids to slip a little chard in their macaroni and cheese? You got to be kidding me. Doug Pagitt Radio. Back after this.
Drop kick me, Jesus, through the goalpost.